Oh, the alarm always scares me. Cool. Back at the apartment now. Back to the regularly scheduled program, literally, and then programming, and then I'll chill at the house tonight. Last night watching the fucking dogs, and then tomorrow continuing to be back. Fuck yeah. Never watching dogs again. It's so fucking annoying taking away from my time doing this. Because I need to be at my setup or somewhere that I can just lock the fuck in and go. I need my alarm. I fucking hate programming on a laptop, man. Okay, let's go. So last night we were talking about deleting functions. So we finished up how you can resolve ambiguous calls to your function overloads. You can explicitly, well, I mean, you could just make an overload that fucking works. You're like, hey, I need to call with this kind of data. Okay, we'll make another overload with that kind of data, yo. Or just cast it to an existing overload, therefore there's an explicit match, or there's a direct match, and then boom, you're good. Or, third option is what? Oh. The stupid literal shit. I forgot I have tissues. The literal shit. You just use a damn... If you're putting a double in, and you have one overload that's a float, and one overload that's an int, well, your double doesn't want to go and become a float, and it doesn't want to become an int, because it has to numerically be converted. But we can get a direct match if we just use the f suffix to make the literal not a double and be a float. Therefore, direct match. Cool. The float overload is ran. But that's kind of like a duh moment. Okay. Let's remove this and get into deleting functions. Okay. Oops. That's not what we want. Can I just file close? Oh, God. 400 things are open. It's all Unreal Engine shit. Oh my lord, here we go. What does all this look like? Oh. It's all just stuff that's somewhere else that we're adjusting here. Oh, close solution? Cool. Nice. Alright. Okay, so... Oh, let me set my timer to finish up. Or at least to start the self-quiz. Hour and... yeah. We'll go at 5. Hour and 27 more minutes. And I'll just do all that I can in the quiz. I have to just fucking go quick. Okay. Alright. And so what's the purpose here? We're doing deleting functions. So what if I had void do thing? Oh, what am I doing? Let's just have it be null. Excuse me. So if we do that, what happens here? Nothing? What's happening? What are you complaining about? Line 2? Really? Is it... It's because... So does it only work for 4 declarations? So like... What's the point? Is it just a check to see if we're already calling stuff? If it's defined here though, then we're fucked, no? Or... Because we can't do it at the end, right? That doesn't work. Yeah. Same error. So we can't have it defined. What am I doing? It has to be the for declaration, and then it's okay. So like, I have a function defined somewhere else. Oh, and actually I think the solution here is end if escape, and then I can get out of IntelliSense. Because the problem here is if I do end if, I can't just arrow up or arrow down. I have to enter arrow down, which is kind of annoying. Or I can do end if escape, And it feels like that. I don't know. I liked it better. I don't know why. So we'll do namespace. I mean, yeah, I just like that. Namespace things. And then within this, we have void do thing. Let's just include iStream. We need standard character output. What does it do? Thing has been done. Oops. Cool. And then we... Oh, oops. This is the definition. Fuck it. It's fine. We'll define it here and then we'll include... Well, no, because then it's included here and it's for declared after. I don't know why we wouldn't do that. Because if I do this and I include thing.h, things do thing. This is cool. We're just including a definition in here. So we're not doing a for declaration. So if I do a for declaration here, then what happens actually? Does it stop it from being ran later? What if we do I don't know. What if we say no. There was, what was it? Is it using things do thing? Yeah, that's how we do that. And then we can just say, or I don't think we say that. I think we give it the identifier. Yeah, we don't call it there. And then here we could just say do thing. But in this case, we would want a for declaration, which requires namespace things void do thing. And what happens if we say this? Things do thing. Oh, there's a fucking... Okay. So the point here is that this is basically the same as this. It's gonna flag here because we're gonna have a redefinition in the same file now. It already has a body because it's when this is included. We have this here, and then it's seeing, hey, you're already defining something that already has a body up here because it looks like that. Like, hey, this guy's already defined here, buddy. You can't do that again. But we can, however, apparently for declared after. So what happens if I then say delete? No. Because that is like replacing the body. So it's here. And it's not treating this as a for declaration. It's saying... Interesting. So if I instead... Now I'm curious. So if we instead have an implementation file, and then I just copy all this in here, no declaration here. We do need input and output stream here. Do we include it? Let's just say we do. Sure, we need input and output stream here. We don't need any preprocessor directives. We don't need thing.h anymore. And we'll just say namespace things void do thing delete. And then if I said things do oops, well, what happens here? So this is cool. If we say things do thing, oops, then what happens? Does it give me? Yes. Okay, it does. Oh, and it actually, that is interesting. So right now we are forward declaring, we have a prototype of do thing in a namespace called things. And if I just do thing here, oh, oops, that doesn't, we're not using it. There's no using declaration. Right? I can use the function now, we're cool. But, and it autocorrects, or it IntelliSense is suggesting do thing because it's within it's inside that namespace and it's defined somewhere, and we have it, or well, I guess we have it. We have a for declaration to it here. So even if it didn't exist here, then it would still be happy. It's just that we would get a linker error because it's going to say, hey, there's no, wait, what? What's happening here? Do you think? Wait, what's happening? Why not? Oh, oops. It's seeing a unique identifier. We're not referencing it properly. Now it's going to say, hey, I see that this guy is valid. The compiler's talking. But the linker's going to say, yo, I checked the back. It's not, we ain't got no more in stock, yo. So now this is fine. So we can do things, do thing, because it's defined elsewhere, and we have it's in this, the compiler sees that it's valid because we have a prototype. Okay, so, oh, I feel the caffeine kicking in, holy shit. Oh, it's true that caffeine takes that long to kick in. I was looking at nap strategies. I don't take naps, but I was just, somehow I stumbled upon it. NASA naps, apparently, they used to have pilots and other people, and apparently maybe still, but there aren't any registered protocols that people use now that I can see. But at least back in the day, they studied napping and found that, they said that, hold on, what is happening here? Where did my cursor go? Why is my cursor hidden? Insert? Did I do a hotkey? What if I just close and then reopen? Does that fix? I mean, I don't want that to be the solution, but at least for now, I guess so. Long story short, they had people nap. Oh, it's too hot. They had people nap at NASA, pilots and shit, and apparently just regular other people maybe, but at least pilots and people who are in those, in, I guess, high stress, more exhaustive situations, and they'd nap for like 26 minutes. That was the ideal. And then the super nap would be to drink caffeine and then nap, because the caffeine would start kicking in after the nap. And right now it's kicking in for sure. Excuse me, I want my breathing to be in order, that way I can use caffeine and still breathe properly. So, this is cool. But if we say delete, oh, there's delegate, interesting. If I do things, it doesn't see do thing. If I do it anyways, it'll say, hey, it's a deleted function. Deleted function, okay? And the reason is because it's valid, or well, it's because we're basically making it invalid here. We're saying, hey, this guy does not exist. But it can only happen on a prototype. We can't redefine it. This has to be a for declaration. So, okay. So I could see it being, if I did that in that, I mean, the only reason I would make a for declaration is so this file uses something. And if the file is already using it, if the file is already using that for declaration to call do thing, which is implemented elsewhere in another CPP file, and then I delete it, all those calls will now be referencing a deleted function. And that seems like a pain in the ass. What would be the purpose there for me to identify what's using it? I could just... Oh, so how do conditionals treat that? So if we say, I think I can just do void do thing. It doesn't know that it's implemented anywhere. It just knows that if I try and call it, that it's referencing a deleted function, so it doesn't even look elsewhere. There's no linking that's even happening because it's a compiler error. If we say cross expression int x and it's 3, and then we say if x is is greater than 3, then do thing. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's not what I... Well, I guess that's maybe what I expected. Else null statement. Okay. Noted. Oh, well. If const expression. Okay. You need to do if const expression when you have... when you're using const expressions in here. So if this guy is evaluatable at compile time, then our if statement is going to have a warning if we don't make him const expression. And the reason is, why are you waiting till runtime to check this? You may as well just check this now at compile time. So it's just a warning. But any references to a deleted function flag for the compiler. It's not, oh, any places that call it are flagged. Or like if I called it or if I ran it, then it would have an issue. It stopped as soon as we have something using it. And so what would be the purpose there? Like if we're changing something or we're wanting to, if we want to remove a function and anything that's calling it, or to change anything that's calling it, and we don't want our program to be executable, we don't want to simply just replace what's in the function. We can say delete, and then it will tell us and continue giving us compiler errors until we resolve every single call to that deleted function. The same would be if we wanted to delete a function, though, and remove it full on, we could just delete the function, and then we would get, or at least delete the for declaration to it for this file, and then every instance of it would get a compiler error because it would say, there's like some kind of pain in here. I thought it was something was stuck. We would get compiler errors because every call to the function would yield an unidentified or an undefined identifier error, or an undeclared identifier. Like not found. Like if we just said yeah, it's just undefined. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. 18 minutes? I'll be right back. See if, oh no, I'll just be right back.